I realized that I want to say that I didn't say to not post comments to my videos. I just said don't post comments to attack me. Post intelligent comments. Intelligent comments are more than welcome. I'm not the grandmother of God. So if you have something interesting to say, go ahead. But if your goal is to attack me, I'll just delete your stupid comment, that's all. Okay, so going back to what I was saying is my suspicions about that his father was allowing pedophiles to harm Michael are confirmed. This report is by Charles, a reader of Henry Macau. Here is the report. Jermaine Jackson, his brother, has suggested that his father may have arranged for Michael to be used by older men. Sorry. He tells how his father had Michael join a late-night hotel room meeting with important business people between comas. Jermaine wondered whether something happened to Michael at those sessions. He said he sensed something was wrong because Michael would be sick for days after. And yes, this was a very important clue. If you see a child being sick, further to visit, then you need to wonder about it. So just put the music this now, because I want to concentrate on the topic. So he was wondering what Joseph was doing. Jermaine wrote, Bryce Taylors relates that she and Michael Jackson and members of the Jackson family accompanied Bob Hope, sponsored the young Jackson boys. Bryce Taylors writes, the father brought the boys in and I remembered seeing them taken into a side room where the bright lights were on. Okay, if I tend to slow down, it's not to bore you, it's because I don't necessarily like to talk about those topics, but this occurred, it happened. So we don't have to put our heads in the sand, won't make a difference. And in fact, we need to prevent child abuse, and that's why I'm talking. So the brides were on. They all had to drop their pants, and before the performance, the big men raped each one of them in a lineup. What a damn fool. Reportedly, Bryce Taylor and the Jacksons were victims of CIA mind control. So this is by a reader of Henry Macau Charles. And it's not the first time I'm coming across this information. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because it's not just one source of information talking about this. But of course, it's not all over the place, because it's not. The Illuminati don't want people to know about it. So we have to research. Michael Jackson was indeed a victim of mind control. All the hurt marks are there. The first hurt mark is being a major star. All you need to be, never land man in the mirror relate directly to Alice in Wonderland and or mirror programming, part of the Illuminati formula. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about mirror programming. And if necessary, then I'll come back to that later on. But let's say that Michael was mind controlling. Mind control is everywhere, especially Hollywood and music, entertainment industry. But it's far from limited to that area. It's systemic and it exists in all walks of life, beyond tragic. So this was reported to by Charles. But again, this I know that Hollywood, music industry, entertainment industry, and Washington DC are deeply involved in child abuse. I'll come to that later on. I don't feel extremely well talking about this, but it has to be talked about because this is happening. There are a lot of children being sexually abused by the high-ranked U.S. officials and the Hollywood and also music industry. So. Okay, Michael. So this is what the reader of Henry Michael recorded is Michael had his children wear masks in public to protect them. They were not even allowed to see their own faces in the mirror at home. Could this be a clue about Illuminati mirror programming, which Michael himself experimented and now was trying to prevent from ever happening to his children? I know about mind control. Studying mind control since 2004, but I never invent stories. I never say what I don't know. So I must say mirror programming is something that I need to eventually consider. And if necessary, I'll come back to it. Famously, he said the best song, Michael said about the best song to understand him was his song, The Man in the Mirror. So I will read to you two paragraphs. I know it's not called paragraphs in songs, it's a different word, but let's say paragraph is fine. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there are some with no home, not a Michael to own. Could it be really pretending? Could it be really pretending that they're not alone? This was released in January 9, 1988. I thought that no comments are necessary. This was what Michael was telling us and wanted us to know about him. That was, he said, the best song to understand him. So you make your own mind, and I have to bring this to your attention. And there is something with the mind control in the mirrors I do not want to get into because it's not necessary right now. You do not know how sick is Washington DC, Hollywood, and the music industry. We're just scratching the surface here. In other words, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Ever heard of the Franklin cover-up? You need to start there if you don't know anything about it. And I'm not going into Franklin cover up because then I will completely leave the topic of Michael Jackson, and I wanted to concentrate on Michael Jackson. So now that's interesting, and I want to mention concerning the second false. I'll come later to the first false charge allegation, but I'll go to the second one right now. Concerning the second false child molestation allegations, Jordan Chandler had inaccurately claimed that Jackson had been circumcised, a fact that in itself proves that there never was a perfect description of Michael Jackson's genitals by the child. So that's important to know about the second accusation, and I'll come to the first one maybe. His problem was that he didn't want to set any boundaries with children, like I said before, to compensate for the fact that his father didn't even want his own son to call him daddy or dad. He wanted him to call him Joe Jackson or Joseph, whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to have a distance, an emotional distance with Michael, because Michael was an object to Joe Jackson. It was not a subject, it was an object, and that's why he had this distance with his son. If you want to identify pedophiles, like I said, Washington DC, Hollywood, and the music industry, don't lose your time with Michael. He's not the one that is insulting here. I really believe that the Illuminati wanted to frame him. But Michael should have used his brain more and set at least a few, just a few boundaries with children. And that cost him a lot of problems, and in fact he lost sleep over what happened to him. Michael was an eccentric and extremist in everything. So two things that are important about Michael: eccentric and extremist. So he was not going to do that to. He just didn't want to set any boundaries with children. So, but he was really not the type of man, okay, who would line up kids and ask them to drop their pants and rape them, alright? So, that's enough for now. I'll make another video continuing.